Now, two more sober matters and the slow death of community television, which is still clinging to life in 3 of our capital cities.
Channel 31 gets a 6-month reprieve on free-to-air TV shutdown.
That stay of execution came last Tuesday, and if you think you've heard it before, you have, on the ABC in December.
You must be very relieved with another 6 months worth of licence.
Yes, having 6 months renewal or extension of our license is a good news, but it's a very short good news because 6 months comes and goes, and thank you for the Minister to giving us the extension and for the crossbenchers who helped the Minister to make this decision, and also the members of coalition who also helped the Minister to make the decision on this extension. However, our problem is not the extension itself. Our problem is more sort of settled and more built into the history of community television. Because since community television exists in Australia in the past 25 years, the problem is that we never got security on the Australian media landscape. We never got our permanent frequency. Radio stations in Australia, who are also community stations, got government support, they got government money, they got their frequencies secured for their activities, no one is threatening them. They even got extra money from the government for 3 years from the same government to support them to cover the cost of digital broadcast. So our problem is we need to secure our place on the Australian media landscape with a permanent frequency for community television all around in Australia. And that should be part of the media reform package which is coming up in end of August or September in Parliament.
They want to push you onto the internet. Do you believe that?
The thing is, since 2014, when the first decision made by now Prime Minister Malcolm Turnbull was they wanted to push us onto internet only. But since then it is prevailed that every free-to-air television, government or otherwise, need to exist on multi-platforms, which includes free-to-air.
6 months is very short. What are the options, not just for you, but for all the other community TV stations? What are you going to do?
Working together, lobbying together, and finding the right reasons and presenting the right reasons and the key for the solution. That's what we have to do.
If the government wants to sell the spectrum, though, isn't it?
The government not say they want to sell the spectrum, they say the spectrum is valuable, they say they want, or other companies may want to use part of the spectrum or the whole spectrum for experimenting with new technology. That's what they say. They not say they want to sell definitely this spectrum. That's not the reason. That's not. But no one provided the names and the list of companies and the people who are ready to experiment, and they are queuing up for ACMA to get the license to experiment. Traditionally, all television experimentation is happened in Sydney only, in New South Wales. Never any television station who licensed or unlicensed experimented any new technologies outside Sydney. And Sydney is free for experimentation because no community television in 1.5 years now exists in Sydney. So that spectrum for experimentation is absolutely free for the government or any other people or companies to do it tomorrow, today, anytime. Also Brisbane. Brisbane sees the free-to-air broadcast for community television. So they got 2 big cities and 2 states to experiment. So there's no reason to use what we occupy for any time for anything like that technical experimentation.
So what's your fears for the next 6 months?
The fears? We don't have any fears. We're not afraid of anything because we survived all through the past 25 years, as I said, without real government money, and we're not a burden on the budget, and we're not a burden on the people. We're earning our money, and we're serving the communities. We're training people, we're providing free programming, and mainly we provide Australian programs, which are really missing from the landscape of free-to-air television or television in Australia, and this is where we're coming in.
When big broadcasters are busy commissioning digital-only content and Facebook or YouTube offers a way to attract big audiences, it's not obvious why community broadcasters need to use the airwaves. But freeing up spectrum for the sake of revenue and technology that may not be there doesn't make much sense either. And since the government has just handed back millions of dollars to the commercial networks, what's the cost in leaving the TV hobbyists to their sandbox?